going on, people? Welcome back to the channel. We are back again. It is Sunday, the 23rd of June, 2024. I do apologize for running a little late. I'm having a late brunch, late lunch. I'm actually eating right now, ladies and gentlemen. I thought I'll share this. Look, we've got avocado, we've got salmon, we've got egg. We eat well over here. Tonight, we're going to be eating steak. Oh, yes. We're always eating steak over here, ladies and gentlemen. Big up all the real ones in the building. Make sure we are hitting the like button. Do subscribe. Big up the coffee gang. We've got the coffee as well. Come on, order that. We're going to be talking a lot of Arsenal today. Some interesting stuff being spread online in regards to this Viktor Gyökeres deal. Yeah, Arsenal using Jorge Mendes, the frauds, the brown envelope king, Raul Sanelli's best friend. Oh my God. They're using him to get Viktor Gyökeres over the line. They're using him as the intermediary to get the deal done. I mean, that's good news for Arsenal Football Club, but we are about brown envelopes now, ladies and gentlemen. We are about brown envelopes. Cheers to that. Also, we've got Man City. We've got Man City by the fucking balls. We've got Man City by the balls, ladies and gentlemen. Man City hats. Yeah, we told you. What did we tell you? These men are disgusting frauds. We're finally here. Man City by the balls. Pep Guardiola and them man are running for cover. They are shook. Yeah, the guy that has been breaking cases has broken another one again. He has information, he has evidence to suggest that Man City have been scumbags. They have been doing brown envelopes. They have been cheating. Yeah, they have been cheating. Guys, don't go anywhere. We've got a lot to actually run through in this waffle session. Big up their gang. Hit the like button. Order that. We're also going to be talking about Eze, a number of different Arsenal transfers as well. Big up the casual gamer in the building. Big up Afo in the building. We've got Ndizzy in the building. We've got Lance in the building. We've got Colin Young in the building. We've got John in the building. Tamina Ahmed is in the building. Come on. Big up Pelza in the building. Boss Boobla in the building. Man like Darth Vader in the building. We've got the gang in the building. Make sure we are hitting up the likes. I'm sure you guys heard about Michael Elise. It's official. He has agreed to move to Bayern Munich. They're going to be announcing that anytime soon. Big up my guy Naga, Guna Mutley. Oh, the gang is here. Big up Abdul. I see you, man. Come on, big up J-Dub, every single one of you. So we have a lot to talk about, man. I'm going to eat at the same time. I've got salmon here. I've got eggs here. I've got avocado. That's how we do. And a lovely cup of coffee to wash that down. Yeah, me guys. Big up the gang. Come on. Keep hitting up that like button. So, yeah, where do we start? Should we start with Man City? I think we should start with Man City. We should definitely start with Man City, ladies and gentlemen. So we have a whistleblower, someone that has evidence. He has evidence that Man City have been scumbags, absolute scumbags. Let's look at this one here first. Let me put this on the screen, switch this over. There we go. All right, cool. Let's start with this. Big up my guy Terry. He's dropped a sick video. We're going to look at a quick snippet of that video in a second. Really, really interesting stuff. But what's being said? Ruo, is it Rio? I don't know how you pronounce the names. Rio Costa? Rio Costa? I don't know. Rio Punto, this guy's name is. He's the whistleblower behind many football leagues who plans to release more documents implicating Man City in financial misconduct. He says in his own words, I am confident they will find criminal relevancy. Oh yes, guys. Oh, let me not waste my food here. Guys, this is interesting stuff. Cheers. Interesting stuff. So these documents form part of a Premier League investigation into City. I have now handed 5 hard drives. This guy is not messing around, you know. This guy's got 5 hard drives. He's handed 5 hard drives of evidence to the French and the German authorities with millions of documents. Millions. Pep Guardiola. Oh, this board frauds. Yes, finally. Finally. You thought you could escape the bullshit that was happening at Barcelona, and you tried to bring that bullshit here with the same director. The audacity. The audacity. Oh, paying off refs. You thought these men were going to be dishing out brand envelopes and getting away with it. You thought you could do the four-peat off the back of these brand envelopes. Is that, bro? I swear down, there was someone that dropped a video talking about the last 4 seasons that Man City have had. And for somehow they have magically won the league. Somehow. Oh, somehow they got there. They done it. Made it by 1-2 points. I mean, they've got a strong monster mentality over there. We can't lie to ourselves. Pep Guardiola, you can see the way he breathes down their necks. Every single one of those players are world-class over there. But still, come on, man. You're treating this shit like a Bundesliga, but it's because of the brown envelopes. It's because of these brown envelopes, ladies and gentlemen. Don't let the wool be pulled over your eyes, yeah? Man City fans, oh, yeah, you fucking frauds. You, man, a bunch of frauds, blood. Anyway, it says here, including more on City, and I have described what is in each. The files will be published at some point. We cannot say when, but we will do it. The guy isn't ramping. He will do it. He wants to leak information on Man City, ladies and gentlemen, and he has got it to incriminate them and prove that they have been taking these brown envelopes. It's so serious. You know what? It's so serious. Let's check what Terry said out quickly. It's so serious. You know how serious it is about what this guy's been doing. Hold on. Let me sort my mouse out here. Bear me for 1 second. Share screen. We're going to quickly go over here to Terry Flewers. Yeah. Just a couple takes from Terry on this. He only published this video about an hour ago. So if you want to check the video out, I'll put the link in the description, or I'll drop it in the chat towards the end of the stream so you can check this video out. Terry's always got the bang content. Make sure you go and check out Football Terrorists as usual. I know that's most people's go-to platform these days. But anyway, let's listen to what Terry's got to say quickly.
On that situation as well. We are not an echo chamber. But Rui Pinto, who is the famed Football Leaks hacker, who is currently, by the way, under witness protection and has been for 4 years.
Whoa! How serious is this shit? Man is in witness protection and has been for over 4 years. This guy,
as there are apparent threats to his life due to revealing some of the inner dark secrets of football, especially around the financial side, has claimed, and I want to read out his statement here, that I am confident they will find criminal relevancy. A legal representative to Pinto added that we have been approached by investigators to share information regarding Manchester City that has not been released before. And this here is sending worries and should be.
It should be. Here we go. Pause. Okay. It should be sending shivering worries down their spines, blood. Absolutely, because what this guy has isn't a joke. What this guy has is factual evidence to prove that Man City, not only Man City, various other clubs, this is the reason why the guy's in witness protection, has been for over 4 years. Oh, this man, he's got contractors onto him. And we're not talking about contractors that are employed to put up building sites. Hey, listen, you don't go into witness protection for nothing, blood. You're in some serious trouble. And Man City is obviously involved in that shit, especially after the information that's going to be leaked about them. They've been trying to do everything in their power to keep this under the radar. They've actually tried to pursue this lawsuit against the Premier League to try and deflect and try and somehow take control of the situation, hoping that there was a way out for them in terms of their 115 fucking charges. But no. You man ain't going anywhere. We got you by the fucking balls, blood. Everybody needs to protect this Don. Whoever's got the information, whoever this guy is, Rui Pinto, whoever his name is, in witness protection, I suggest we all go and stand outside his yard and protect this guy. No joke. I suggest we all stand outside this guy's yard and protect him, because We need Pep Guardiola out of this league, and we need every single one of those fraudulent dons taking brand envelopes at Man City out of this league. They need to get punished. Man City, demotion, relegation, go back to where you came from, championship, blood. Yeah. In fact, go all the way down to League 2, fam. That's the punishment. The punishment should send you all the way back down to League 2. Yeah. Get out of here, bro. Hold on. I had to take that off the screen quickly because it started playing adverts and shit. But yeah, big up Terry. Make sure I'll put the link of that video in the description so you guys can go and check that out. Terry's always hitting them with the facts. So yeah, man, I'll put that in there. But Man City in trouble. Pep Guardiola, the board frauds, doing that brown envelopes, and it's only time will tell. Only in the next couple of weeks, months, we should find out what's going to be happening with this fraudulent Man City team. My mouse doesn't seem to be working. I think they're hacking me. Bro. They're trying to prevent me from doing this stream right now. Yeah, man. Serious stuff, though. Serious stuff. I'm glad to wake up to this information because I hate what's happening at Man City. And I've given you, man, information about these dons. I've put it on a platter for you, man, over the past couple of months. Just to show you, man, look, Pep Guardiola isn't as clean as you, man, think. Man City fans are sitting there thinking this Pep Guardiola don's clean. You think he's clean? All right, cool. You know what? Big him up. Very, very knowledgeable don. He is an expert at what he does. He's put on multiple different managers. You've got Mikel Arteta, Enzo Maresca, Ten Hag. You've got bare man that have kind of been spawned from Pep Guardiola. We get it. But still, like, it's a very, very competitive football world. It's very competitive. Pep Guardiola knows that. He knows that his tactics and everything that comes with his shit, isn't, the be all and end all. There are managers out there that have better styles. They have better philosophies. They will outdo you. However, I don't want to be that guy because I've got an ego and I've got arrogance and I've got all of this shit that comes with me, whereby if I can't win, then listen, I'm just going to put brown envelopes down on the fucking table and I'm going to make sure I win. I'm going to do everything in my power to win. Everything. It doesn't matter. Yeah. And I've got the people around me, the people in my circle that will ensure that happens as well, man. This is some Illuminati shit, blood. It ain't even a joke. Pep Rayo and all these Spanish dons think they're the Illuminati of the football world. It's not even a joke, ladies and gentlemen. It's not even a joke. Make sure we are hitting up the like button. Do subscribe to the channel if we are new. Turn the notification bells on, all of that type of stuff. Big up all the real ones in the building. We are going to move on now. Oh man, listen, we're about to talk about more brown envelopes. The brown envelopes don't finish. They don't finish. Arsenal's about to do some brown envelope business. Okay, the brown envelopes don't finish. We're about to do some brown envelope business. Okay, yeah, Jorge Mendes and all of that. Yeah, okay. You know what time it is. Okay, let's switch over. What else we got going on over here, man? Man City. Let's just. I can't wait. I just literally can't wait. Let's have another. My food's getting cold. Actually, this wasn't a good idea because I was just running late, and I thought, listen, if I eat this, you man are going to be waiting for about another 20 minutes. It's not even a joke. So, for the sake of you, man, I'm letting my food get cold, blood, and I'm going to eat it as we go along. Salmon's cold anyway, so that's cool, and so is the avocado. I mean, it's only the egg, really. Anyway. So, Joshua Kimmich, unlikely to sign a new contract at Bayern Munich, will be leaving, according to reports coming out in Germany. Sky Sports have actually reported on this morning as well. And this is a player that Arsenal should be looking at. We have been linked with Joshua Kimmich for a little while. We do know we kind of want another full-back type player. I mean, the right-hand side, Ben White, Urian Timber. Is Urian Timber going to be playing on the right-hand side? We don't even know that yet. I think he's going to be a left back, isn't he? So that means there's going to be room for another right-back. I would prefer to play Joshua Kimmich as a number 6 or number 6 perhaps. Someone that's a bit more central. But we see for Bayern Munich, even for Germany, they're like putting him out wide. He plays as a right-back, gets forward. He's got the technique in his pass to this whip crosses and. He's one of those ballers, man. He can create something out of nothing. But this is the reason why I think playing him as a number 6 would make a lot of sense. Just finding this report here, it does say he's unlikely to sign a new contract. Let's see what happens. Will Arsenal go back in for Joshua Kimmich? Is he a player that Mikel Arteta wants? 29 years old, he's got experience, a wealth of experience. He's a well-decorated player. And this is the type that you want, especially when you're around young players that are trying to get over the line. Remember, this is a psychological thing as well now. This is 2 seasons, ladies and gentlemen, where Arsenal have failed to get over the line with a bunch of young players. You know, it could have an effect on them mentally. And this is the reason why you need to kind of bring in, you know, that experience to say, you know what, guys, come on, let's get together. We're going again. We're making it happen. I've been here before. I know what it feels like. This is how we need, you know what I mean? You need someone in to come and pattern it up. I understand why Mikel Arteta would have brought Jorginho in. It made sense. But, you know, I think we need someone that's a bit more put together than Jorginho. Someone that's, you know, won multiple trophies. Like Jorginho has, but you know what I mean? Someone that has been religiously a part of a monster mentality team, and that's what Kimmich has been with Bayern Munich over the years. Jorginho, you can't say that. He's won a couple of trophies at Chelsea, but Chelsea was a shit show more time under with Jorginho there, to be quite fair. So yeah, let's see what happens with this guy anyway. Big up J-Dub in the building. Let me run through some of these comments. Big up Alan. He says smash up the likes. He's got it correct. Hit up the like button. Big up my guy Yardman Jamaica in the building. Jay Nev says Man City will do some Houdini bullshit and get out of all these charges. Listen, it's going to be crazy, man. I hope the Premier League and this guy come together and make it happen, bro, because they need to be punished. They're absolutely disgusting. And the Man City fans, I know they can open up their eyes and see. I know they can smell the coffee. Yeah, I know you can. I know you can smell that fucking beautiful coffee, right? But you're just too ashamed to say it, right? You're too embarrassed to say it because you know that everything you've won since this brown envelope dishing has been taking place will actually mean nothing, and you'll be back to square one, literally. No trophy. Your trophy cabinet will be worse than Tottenham's, bruv. I don't think you can get any worse than that. So imagine, it's crazy, absolutely crazy. Oh man, absolutely crazy. Still see the league going too soft on City. Corruption at its max. Big up Ace. Many kids and teenagers support City. Who do you think they will support next? I don't know. Whoever wins the league. I mean, people just tend to support whoever wins the league. I'll shamelessly take those titles retrospectively. Big up my guy Josh. Big up H in the building as well. Big up Abel as well. Big up Obi as well. There's so many guys in the building. We appreciate every single one of you. Keep hitting up the like button. Fasten your seatbelts. We're going to be here for another 45 minutes at least because we've got so much to actually get through. So don't go anywhere. Big up Naga. Big up all the guys. Big up Ade as well. I see you, bros. I'll see you, broski. Big up QV. So much corruption in football. It's mad. Exactly. Big up Grant, man. It's so true, bro. So true. The corruption in the game is mad. And this is the reason why man's in witness protection. Man has to go into witness protection because these guys that are really calling the shots, they want to strangle him, bro. They want to deal with him. Like, you have to, if you go back in the day, rules and regulations weren't in play, you know, especially in the Premier League. It was Chelsea and Man City that made the Premier League look at these things that were taking place and decided to put laws into place to prevent a club from operating in such a way. Not only is it corruption, is it dodgy, but you know that you're taking a lot away from the small clubs. You're taking that the small clubs are never going to ever have a say. So for the smaller clubs to even have a little bit of a say, just to be able to put a fucking a life jacket on, like, just for them to put a life jacket on, blood. Like, come on, we need to put these rules and regulations into place. So listen, I side with the Premier League, bro. I side with the Premier League when it comes to oil money coming into the game and people trying to inflate the price of shit. Like even Man City, I was reading a report the other day where Man City, the sponsors that Man City have been receiving, yeah, and this is what some of the investigations all about. Some of the sponsors that Man City have been receiving are from organizations that have no active staff members, that have no active nothing. This is an inactive, dormant football team. This is a business that are doing nothing. It's not even active. It's not even active. You got no active staff, no active nothing, no operation. This is just a name. This is just a name. This is just called Wax Online, and that's literally it. And what I'm doing is I'm sponsoring this football club hundreds of millions. What? How? Where are you getting your hundreds of millions from? What company is this? This is where it's all gone mad. This is where it's all gone left. And this is the reason why the Premier League and various other entities are trying to come together to clamp down on all of this, worldwide. But there's nothing there. There's no governing body. This is the reason why organizations are getting away with brand envelopes. They've been dishing out brand envelopes. I even believe, I swear to you, I believe, organizations like intermediaries they come into play to legalize fucking brand envelopes. That's literally all it is. The intermediaries are there. They just come into play to legalize the brand envelopes. Now I'm going to take a percentage of this money just for doing a bit of advertising, just for fucking pushing some agenda in the media, using the media to kind of push some sort of a narrative, trying, you know what I mean? That's all it is, man. Reaching out to agents, trying to force a fucking player down your throat. I don't know, man. These brand envelope gang settings, it's mad, bruv. Mad. All these different, it's like, look, football at the same time, like football is still learning as it's going along. They're still learning, look at me. They're still learning as they're going along, ladies and gentlemen. Still learning. So when these things come into play, dodgy teams, brand envelope gang, they have to learn from that. And then they have to start putting new laws down. That's what's going to happen. Anyway, hit up the like button. Make sure we are subscribing if we're new. This is real brunch. Real brunch. Coffee gang, black coffee. Yeah. Corruption over a decade and all clubs should sue. Loss of profits. Ask leagues to strip owners. Absolutely. Well, you see what the Premier League done. You see what the government of the UK done to Roman Abramovich. Well, that's the government, right? That's got nothing to do with what these men are doing in the football game. Yeah. I was just about to go left with that one. Whoo, I caught myself. I was just about to go left with that one. Yeah, someone needs to step in and just take these guys out of the game, literally. Big up my guy Sean in the building. Big up all the real ones in the building. The people that I hear daily checking me out. No Diddy. Checking out the content. All of that. Anyway, let's move on. We've got more news. A lot of news to actually dive into, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of stuff. For those that have come late, we've talked about the corruption at Man City. There is a whistleblower with evidence, strong evidence to prove that Man City have been doing brand envelope gang for years. Okay, let's actually move on to an Arsenal topic. We'll move on to some Arsenal topics now, ladies and gentlemen. So one player that Arsenal are really, really serious about is Nico Williams, as we do know. It was published yesterday by Fabrizio Romano that Arsenal and Liverpool have held talks with people close to Nico Williams. So obviously Arsenal are trying to push to get a winger over the line, some attacking winger. We were told this a few days ago. Big up V-Piff, big up D Brown, big up all the guys that are joining. Make sure we are hitting up the like, sharing the videos. Let's get everyone involved. Man said Coffee Gang. Coincidentally, I'm sat in Costa right now. Listen, it's Coffee Gang every single stream, mate. I tell you, Coffee Gang. That's what we do. But yeah, Nico Williams, we've been in contact with people, representatives of the player, people close to the player to find out a bit more about what's going on. We do know he's got a 45 million release clause. There's a whole host of teams. There's a line of teams just waiting for this player right now. 45 million release clause is small man money in this currently inflated market. We do know that. So, there's going to be a whole host of teams lining up waiting for Nico Williams. Now it's about what he wants to do, where he wants to go. You do know he's going to want to be a part of a winning project, a project that is going to instantly win. I don't think he wants to be a part of something that's a process. He's been a part of that at Atletico Bilbao. you know, and you know, it's just been standard stuff, really, isn't it? It's, you know, no real competing, no real title winning, no real demonstrating of, you know, winning a title. You know, so you know the next step has to be a club that that season going to win a title, and Arsenal, in my opinion, should be that club that win a title. But Liverpool could be in the conversation. It's not to say Liverpool don't have the team to go and win, you know, the title or you know, a domestic cup this season, because they have. Obviously, you still got question marks over Arne Slot. We don't know how qualified he's really going to be. You know, if he's going to be able to do what Jurgen Klopp's been doing over the years, we don't know. You still got to wait to see what his player profile's like. You know, what type of players is he identifying? Who does he want to bring to Liverpool? So, you know, that for a player that, I mean, that could still be questionable. But Arsenal right now should be in the driver's seat for this one. It should be an easy one to get done. Hold on, bear with me. I'm going to sneeze, ladies and gentlemen. This hay fever is not even a joke, but bear with me. Yeah, sorry about that, man. Hay fever's on the matting. I took my nasal spray this morning and a tablet, and yeah, hay fever was still getting to me today. Sound bare blocked up as well. I'm sure you guys can hear it. Anyway, so yeah, Nico Williams, man, Arsenal should be more or less in the driver's seat to get this one done, but I don't know. Maybe we're looking at other options. Maybe Pedro Neto is a player that Arsenal would prefer. Maybe a Premier League player is what Arsenal would prefer. Hence why we may be looking at Eze. But then Eze, for me, is someone that will play more of a central role. We're being told that we're looking for someone that's a bit more wide, can rotate with Saka, can play on the left, can play on the right. Someone of a bit more of that ilk. So, yeah, and that is Nico Williams. Nico Williams fits that bill. But I don't know. For me, maybe they're respecting the fact that Nico Williams, at Arsenal as an example, are expecting the fact that Nico Williams is playing for Spain at the Euros. They are ready to pull the release clause, but there's no point pulling a release clause if you can't actually finalize the deal with the player. Maybe there's some sort of agreement, personal terms, you know, but it still needs to be ironed out. It still needs to be typed up, printed out, sent over, signed off. If someone says to you, I am focused on the Euros, then you have to respect that. You don't want to be sending over, you know, an email saying, can you hurry up and sign? Can you hurry up and sign the deal? Hurry up and sign. It sounds like the guy that was telling Krebs and Kona to sign their deal. Hurry up and sign. Sign it now. Sign it. Sign the deal. Sign it. Imagine Eddie's just on his barbecue ready to cook. Like, bruv, hurry up and sign it. So maybe that could be the reason why teams ain't pushing, because 45 million, man, I would literally be pressing the button today. There's no delaying. Press the button today. But it has to be because he's at the Euros and people want to get that detail ironed out after. The moment Spain's knocked out of the Euros, then that could be the green light for teams to make their move, basically. You know, they're way there. Make sure we are hitting up the like button. Sorry, we're doing real brunch today. I've got salmon, avocado, egg. Salmon, avocado, egg. Yeah, that's what we do. That's what we eat, bro. Healthy stuff. Healthy stuff. Yeah. Just activate the clause. 110. 110. Arteta been on Nico for time. No, did he? 110%, boy. 110%. We're talking to the whole world, says Wayne. Literally, we're trying to figure out what we're doing. I mean, there must be so many options, isn't it? There must be so many options. One thing we were told a few weeks ago is that Arsenal want to privatize the central midfield, especially the number 6 role, is because there's so many options for them right now. So I'm like, rah. So you're overwhelmed with options. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Because with someone like Edu driving the bus, I think that's a bad thing. It leads to you. I think it leads to you potentially making an indecisive decision. I got options. Have you not just identified one or two and just run with those one or two? I mean, you could have options 6 months ago Don't get it twisted. You can have options 6 months ago. I got 25 man that I'm going to look at over the next 6 months. Calm. But by the time the window opens, that 25 man needs to be narrowed down to at least two to 3 man. So let's see. Let's see. Is Edu going to pull the trigger on one of the options? I don't know, bro, because we're moving slow. This is like snail. This is like a snail movement right now. Nico Williams wants Barcelona. Arteta has been on Nico for time. I think I just read that. Yes, he has. No, did he? I doubt Nico is a target, says Darth Vader. Him, Ezzy, and Xavi deal will be sweet, but let's see. Absolutely, they would be sweet. Xavi Simons is another player that Arsenal have been linked with, but according to the latest, it does look like it's either between RB Leipzig and Bayern Munich. So, you know, right now, there's no point even talking about Xavi Simons. What else we got? Keep getting your comments in, guys. Keep getting your comments in. I want to be looking at these comments, and I want to be reading too many. Do you understand? I want to be reading too many. Okay, it's not enough. That's what I'm saying. Give me more comments. We definitely need an 8, 110%, man. But Mikel Arteta wants Declan Rice to be the 8. Let Declan Rice be the 6 with the flexibility of getting forward. You know, like with the way Arsenal play football, we're dominating possession most time. So it allows your 6 to have a bit more freedom. Your 6 can be free, especially if you've got players around the 6 that understand what spaces to take up when that 6 becomes a bit more free. Do you understand? And based on what Mikel Arteta teaches these guys about positional play and all of that, I'm pretty sure if our 6 becomes free, we won't have any problems with, you know, supporting those areas and those holes. So, yeah, I just think play Declan Rice as a 6. Go and get yourself an 8 that is creatively intelligent. That is what we need, a creative, intelligent number 8. Someone that understands how to pick up passes, that knows space, that knows how to get himself out of tight spaces, that knows how, you know what I mean? Someone that Odegaard can cook with, someone that Odegaard can create a cohesive relationship with in those central areas, patterns, runs, movement. Do you understand? That's one thing we're lacking. We keep moving the ball to the flanks. Oh, come on, we go down the flanks. Cross the ball, FC, to Havertz, who can't even header. Havertz can't even header, you know. Imagine how tall the Don is. Proper giraffe, and he can't even header the ball. It's mad. There's like one of those Dons that are scared. You know, like you're just jumping up with your eyes closed. Man, like Kai Havertz, you know. We need midfielders that can shoot. Exactly. We need midfielders that can pattern up passes. And we need midfielders that can shoot, blood. You know, them way there. Xavi Simons and Nico for Fana and Gyökeres. That would be mad. Absolutely. That's game change. That's a game-changing window. Xavi Simons, Nico Williams, Yusuf Fofana, and Viktor Gyökeres. Now, how much do you reckon you're going to have to spend in order to get those done? How much? How much are you going to have to spend? Viktor Gyökeres, 85 million. Fofana, 20 million. So what does that take us up to? 105 million. Xavi Simons, according to the reports, PSG won about 60 to 70 million. So let's say we put that down on the table. Let's say 70 million to be fair to PSG. Yeah, so that takes us up to 175 million. And then who do we have left? We've got Nico Williams with a 45 million release clause. That takes us up to 500. That takes us up to 225 mil. That's less than what we spent last season, bro. That's less than what we spent last season for those 4 players that Lushane has just put into the chat. Okay. Yeah. Damn. And and it could even be less than that because we're giving 70 million for Xavi Simons. Like, I reckon we can sit down with PSG and maybe get them down to 50. That takes 20 million off. That's 205 million for those 4 players. Crazy. Game changing. You win the league. If you don't win the league with that, Mikel Arteta will never win the league. If Mikel Arteta brought all 4 of those players in and still couldn't win the league, he would never win the league, no matter who you give him. Just like I said to you about strikers. I remember I told you, 3-4 years ago, not 4 years ago, probably about 2.5, 3 years ago, I said, no matter what striker you give Arteta, he will flop every single striker. Every single one of them. Everyone. He won't be able to turn a striker into a prolific goal scoring machine. He can't do it. If you couldn't do it with Aubameyang and you couldn't do it with Lacazette, you'll never be able to do it. Because those guys are tailored to be goal scoring machines. They're clinical. It's the reason why Arsene Wenger brought them to the club. If you couldn't do it with them two players, then you'll never be able to do it. We've seen it with Jesus falling off. He ain't a striker, can't score goals. Jesus got worse this season in terms of what he looked like in front of goal. What you're showing me, that's proof. That's all the proof that I need. That's all the evidence that I need. Gabriel Jesus was in the top 5. Gabriel Jesus was in the top 5 worst strikers when we signed him. Top 5 worst strikers, yeah? The season that we had him, he wouldn't have had Mikel Arteta's clause in him. The only clause he would have had in him is Pep. So he would have come from Pep mentality, Man City environment. He would have literally transferred that energy straight into Arsenal. That's what he would have done in his first season. Now, go and look at Jesus in his first season. Go and look at sharp, confident, how more composed he was. Look at his GA, for an example. He got 18 GA in about 26 games in his first season at Arsenal. Where did Jesus go last season? So that's all the proof that I need. It's all the evidence that I need that tells me that this manager, Mikel Arteta, can't fuck with number 9s. He can't fuck with strikers. And Jesus is not even a proper striker, bro. So imagine, Aubameyang was lost. He's washed. He's lost it. Oh, Lacazette's washed. He's lost. No. You just don't understand how the fucking game's played. I know about strikers. I told you, man, about strikers. I told you about strikers, didn't I? And I told you that if this manager can't get anything out of Aubameyang, he will never get anything out of anyone, no matter who you give him. No matter who you give him, okay? And I know people are going to say Jesus' issues is injuries. Okay, Jesus' issues is injuries. Just go and look at Jesus, his shot conversion, and all of those things in comparison to last season. Fuck his injuries. Don't use excuses for Jesus. We're not hearing excuses. I've seen Jesus have more open chances this season than he did have last season, and he flapped every single one of them. No one called Jesus out. They were quick to call Aubameyang out, weren't they? Oh, Aubameyang, shit, he's lost it. He can't score from 5 yards out. And at the same time, I was telling them, no, the reason why Aubameyang can't score from 5 yards out, my guy, is because he is lacking confidence, my guy. He is lacking confidence differently, bro. He has been shattered. He has been shattered. His confidence is gone. Now, I don't want to go over there and start talking about Aubameyang, but the point we're making is no matter what number 9 you want to give Mikel Arteta, he will fold the number 9. I'm hoping that Gyökeres is different. I'm hoping Gyökeres is totally different. That ain't the case. That ain't going to be the case with Gyökeres or any number 9 that we bring in after this. But I seriously don't have any faith in Mikel Arteta and our number 9s. Our strikers have been playing DM for years. This is what I'm saying. We saw it with Lacazette. We saw it with Jesus. There's no difference. So when we were calling out Lacazette and saying, why are you not in the 18-yard box? Or why are you doing up DM? And when we're calling out Aubameyang and saying, why are you doing up left back? Just know it wasn't their fault. They didn't want it. They were trying. They were trying their hardest for the manager. But really and truly, you got me doing things that I shouldn't be doing. Because when it's time to transition and when it's time to attack, I don't have the legs, the energy to actually get there and put my body into a position where I can bag. It becomes scrappy. You become scrappy. That's just how it is, man. People that play football should understand. Once your fitness levels are low, you can't even maneuver your body quick enough to even hit the ball, to strike the ball. Like, come on. But you've got man doing laps up and down, these 31-year-olds. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Now you're doing the same thing with Jesus. Now, I don't mind Jesus getting back, doing up right back, doing up DM, because Jesus works hard and he's got legs on him. You know, even though he's injury prone, he has got legs on him. But tell me about Jesus' composure. Tell me about what Jesus is like in front of goal. Why is Jesus not improved? Why is Jesus, in fact, decline in front of goal? Okay, I'll tell you why. Because the manager doesn't know how to use attackers. That's what it is. Real shit. Who's having beef? We got guys in the chat having beef. Listen, guys, relax. Everything's okay. Arteta is still here. All right. The manager hasn't gone anywhere yet. You don't need to be having beef in the chat. Oh, man. Big up Grant. Grant's always swinging. Grant's ready to swing. Grant's always ready to swing. Anyway, let's move on. Nico Williams to Arsenal could be happening. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Who we got next? Who do we have next? Just to quickly let you guys know, Douglas Luiz has confirmed his move to Juventus. Him and his wife are going to Juventus. Fabrizio Romano confirmed it a couple of hours ago. They're going to be signing Enzo Barenci and Samuel Ealing Jr. And Aston Villa are going to earn 28 million euros out of the deal as well. So that deal is fully taking place. Douglas Luiz will be joining Juventus. Manchester United are turning their attentions to Ricardo Calafori. There we go. So that's interesting as well. Francisco Conceição. I can't even get their names out. What the fuck is going on? I thought you were helping me. Bloody hell. What is going on here? Conceição. Oh my God. Why am I not getting the name out, bro? That is crazy. Too many Cali packs. There we go. Conceição. There we go. I got it. I eventually got it. Anyway, he's got a 30 million release clause, and there's a number of teams actually looking at him, including Arsenal as well. I don't think Arsenal are that serious about Conceição. They've signed Fabio Vieira. I don't think they want to bring another Portuguese Don over anytime soon, but he's being linked with Man United, Chelsea, various other clubs in the Premier League as well. Chelsea are holding talks with Jonathan David's representatives over a deal. Just to let you guys know, we're just going to quickly touch on some of these transfers. David Ornstein has published this last night. Arsenal. Chelsea have contacted Jonathan David over a potential summer move, 24-year-old high among multiple Chelsea options, and they're willing to get that deal done. No approach to the club yet, but good relations between clubs already. So Chelsea trying to push for Jonathan David of Lille. That is extremely interesting. Arsenal linked with him many times before, but we never ever pushed and made it happen. Newcastle are also in talks with Everton to sign Dominic Calvert-Lewin. I think I brought this to your attention yesterday, but they are pushing forward with that one. And at the same time, they're talking about Everton taking a Newcastle player, Yankuba Minter. Yankuba Minter is going to be going the other way, joining Everton. A lot of swap deals taking place. We were told about swap deals with Arsenal as well. For Bruno Guimaraes, haven't heard anything recently, but there is a lot of swap transactions taking place right now. Okay, so let's move on. We're moving on. Okay, so a left back that Arsenal are looking at is Milos Gyökeres. Now, we spoke about him a little while ago, and this is a really good left back. Lot of potential. Currently plays with Bournemouth, and Arsenal are again in the media, being linked with him. It says Arsenal look to hijack Manchester United's £40 million bid for Hungary and Bournemouth left back Milos Gyökeres. This is according to the Daily Express. So that's what they're saying. Milos Gyökeres would be a fantastic player. Anyone that watched Bournemouth last season would have seen how qualified he is. And anyone that plays Football Manager will see what his attributes on Football Manager are like. By the time you get to about 2028, 2029, he's probably one of the best left backs in the Premier League on the game. So I usually buy into that game. I literally, that game makes predictions that more or less come true in terms of like potential players and so on and so forth. So yeah, this guy, if Arsenal are interested, I'll be open to doing it. The guy's only about 20 years old as well, so still young, still got a lot of room to grow and improve. I guess that gives Jurriën Timber the time to still make that left back role his own, and Milos Gyökeres can come off the bench and give us something a bit different in certain games. He's a beast on Football Manager. Exactly. So I'm saying he's a beast, boy. He is a beast. Milos Gyökeres is a proper baller, proper left back. Absolutely. Ornstein has Fab on his knees. Romano's been tweeting about David for years. Yeah, Romano's the fraud, man. David Ornstein has put himself into a position where he is now the go-to guy. Fabrizio Romano is just a goal hanger. They're both kind of goal hangers, but Fabrizio Romano is like literally Van Nistelrooy. And David Ornstein is, I don't know. Let's not give these guys football names. I'll do some wild ones. All right, my salmon is almost done. Okay. That was a big spoon. I had to wash that down with some lovely coffee. Big up the coffee gang. Coffee gang settings. So this young player, anyway, definitely on the agenda. Let's see what Arsenal do. Let's quickly switch over here. We'll move on to Eze now. So Eze is a player that Arsenal are looking at. It's been said by a few different publications that Arsenal have been closely monitoring the player, keeping tabs on the player. Unfortunately for Crystal Palace, they're going to lose Eze and they're going to lose Mikel Elise. They've already lost Mikel Elise. He's already done and dusted. He was done and dusted. And he's going to Bayern Munich. They're going to lose Eze. They could potentially lose Mark Gahey as well. It's not going to be a big deal for Crystal Palace because I think the new manager over there, not only is he implemented an identity that's going to work and a style that's going to work, but he's also going to identify some players to come in and improve their chances of having a better season. And you would think, damn, man, losing Mikel Elise, losing Eze, Mark Gahey, I mean, that's going to be detrimental to your projects, you know what I mean? But I think the manager's got a good idea on players. He's been in the Europa League and things like that before. So he knows. He can identify some really good players that are going to come in and give Crystal Palace a good chance next season. I mean, one of those players is Reiss Nelson. We do know Reiss Nelson's been linked with Crystal Palace of recent. I'm not too sure how serious it is, but he could go in there and be that Mikel Elise replacement. And then there's various other clubs that have been looking at Reiss Nelson as well. But I don't know, man. I really don't know if Edu's going to be actually cooking with Reiss Nelson and that. It does say here anyway, everyone at Arsenal loves Eze and they view him as someone who can play LW and left 8. However, as Palace want 15 million of the 60 million to be paid up front, it remains to be seen whether Arsenal's interest is strong enough for them to pursue him at that price. Now, listen, when you hear about these reports, I swear to you, it makes you think that these guys are just making shit up. I just swear to you, these guys are just making shit up at this point. Like, what are you talking about? What are these guys talking about? 50 million pounds for Eze. Man's going to contemplate whether that's a good deal. What are you expecting, bro? The guy's been integral. The main star man. Taking 3-4 dons on, putting it through the goalkeeper's legs. And you're talking about whether we should actually pull the trigger on 50 million. You paid Brighton 50 million for Ben White, who had one season whereby he was being carried by Lewis Dunk and fucking Dan Burn. And you are contemplating whether you want to take Crystal Palace's star man. Fucking hell. So it's either you're making shit up or Arsenal have no money. It's either the two, isn't it? It's either one of the two. You're making shit up or Arsenal have no money. It's all waffle. It is literally all waffle. Guys, hit the like button. We've got close to 200 people locked in, and Static says there's only 51 likes in the video. That's not good enough, guys. Hit the like button. Hit that like button. We're here for vibes. We're here for news. We're here for Sunday brunch. Yeah, Sunday brunch, man. But yeah, disgusting. The media are absolutely disgusting, bro. Making shit up. It's either they're making this up or Arsenal have no money. I would like to believe, you know, I would like to believe that Arsenal have no money, because based on the research that I've done and based on the data that I've looked at and the notes that I've been keeping surrounding Arsenal Football Club, you know, we shouldn't have money to be spending. Why? Because firstly, we haven't won any trophies. That shouldn't be obviously a big deal. But the massive deal is that we've got Edu. He can't sell anyone. He doesn't know how to sell. 5 years, 6 years at Arsenal, and the only thing he can actually say he sold was Balogun. Someone that was here way before he was here. This is crazy. Absolutely crazy. In fact, speaking of Edu, you know what time it is. Big up my guy Noel Spicer. I see you in the chat. I'll see you in the chat. Good to see you. I hope you and the wife and the family are doing well. But seeing as we said Edu, you know what time it is. We're going to quickly switch over. I'm pretty sure I see a story on Edu's Instagram. Yeah, I did. Oh, yes, I see a story on Eddie's Instagram. Oh, yes, I did. Where are you, Edu? Oh, Edu. He's with his mum. Is it mum? Is it mum? Ah, he's with his mum. No, he's with his mum. Big up Edu. He's with his mum in Selfridges. Now, does this look like Edu is actually busy cooking? Does it look like Edu is cooking? Does it look like Edu is on the phone trying to get deals done? I don't know. Looks like he's living life to me, boy. Living life to me. I understand. He can do whatever he wants to do in his personal life, ladies and gentlemen. But right now, we're scrutinizing every single move that Edu makes. You're in Selfridges with your mum, celebrating, living life. Okay. Okay. All right, Edu. I see you. I see you. I see you, Edu. Okay. What I need to know, Edu, and what we in the chat would like to know, Edu, is what's going on with our transfers. What's going on, Edu? Big up my guy Noah. Says, big up Wax. Wonder how much Mendes will charge for arranging the deal for Gyökeres. We're about to dive into that. Gary Lineker said he always paid his agent himself. Pity all players don't or didn't do the same. Interesting. Big up my guy Noel Spicer. Party Nelson, after losing Elise and Eddie, would all be decent signings for Crystal Palace. I don't think Partey would want to go and join Crystal Palace, in all fairness. I don't know, man. It could be, though. He could do. Tamina says, Viktor Gyokeres, number 14 shirt, come to Arsenal. Absolutely. All right, what we're going to do now, anyways, we're going to switch over. We're going to start talking about Viktor Gyokeres. Obviously, this Eze deal, you know, there's nothing really being said about Eze, just for those that are thinking what's going on here. There's nothing. We saw what's being said here. Arsenal are contemplating whether 15 million is the right fee for a player of his quality. It doesn't make any sense to me. But you know, if that is true, and if that is true, and there is some sort of contemplation, Arsenal are wondering or trying to figure things out, it just means what I said all along is true. They don't have the money, and they are working on a really strict budget, and that's because of Edu's incompetence to sell players over the years. And now it's finally caught up with him. And it was inevitable that if you can't deliver, whether it was trophies or player sales, then inevitably this shit will catch up with you. Inevitably, your budget gets smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller until you can show me as an owner that you can fucking add value to the project. Right now, Edu, you're adding no value, because you're not selling anyone. What are you doing? You've signed players, thank you. You've given Arteta exactly what he wants. But tell me what you're doing to generate me an ROI now, my guy. Yeah, this is like Naga said in the WhatsApp group this morning. This is a bankruptcy project. You're telling me you spent billions and billions and billions of pounds. Well, not billions and billions and billions, you know, over exag. But you know, you spent over $1 billion, including all wages, X, Y, and Z, and you haven't even generated me fucking, you know, 200 million yet. Bloody hell, what's going on? What's going on? But anyway, let's move on from Eze. Let's see. I'll keep you guys up to date with what's happening with Eze. Arsenal are looking at him, but contemplating at this moment in time. So that brings us to the final topic of the discussion. Make sure we are hitting the like button. That is our boy, Viktor Gyokeres. Yes, Viktor Gyokeres. We have been told over the past couple of days, we've been given breaking news. We've been told that Arsenal were this close to getting Viktor Gyokeres done. Very, very close. We've been told that it's just so wild. This has literally come out of nowhere. And we say it come out of nowhere because we, you know, a couple of weeks ago we were to slow down, Wax. A couple of weeks ago, we were told about Benjamin Sesko, and we were told that the deal with Benjamin Sesko well, Benjamin Sesko is the priority, and that deal is not going to be taking place because he signed a new contract, X, Y, and Z. Obviously, we knew about Viktor Gyökeres before then, but then we were told straight after that Arsenal will not be signing a striker. We're going to prioritize a centre midfielder. We're going to look at an attacking winger. That is what we've been told. Then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, we got this Portuguese fraudulent publication telling us that Arsenal are on the verge of signing Viktor Gyökeres. Let's just quickly run through the tweets that they've actually put out there. So the first one was very close. That was the first one. I can't find it, but this would have been the second one. The second one that would have been put out by the same outlet says that Arsenal are about to secure. They're about to secure it. They're that close. Like this, so they're about to secure the deal of Viktor Gyökeres for below 100 million release clause. The clubs agreed on a fixed amount of 90 million euros, which may rise to 120 million euros after add-ons. Those add-ons are based on goals and Champions League appearances and trophies. That's what this person is saying. That's what this publication is saying. Why are they saying this? Is it delusion? Is it truth? Is it facts? This could be like AFTV, not AFTV. Is it AFTV? Who is it? AFC Bell, AFTV. What the blood clot? AFC Bell. Remember, AFC Bell had the inside scoop on Arsenal. AFC Bell had the inside scoop. They had so much information on Arsenal that Arsenal had to come along and shut them down. Arsenal shut them down. They went missing for over a year, 2 years. And rumors had it they got shut down by Arsenal because you had too much of our information. So this could be that. This could be that. I don't know. But this guy, whoever this guy is giving us a lot of information. And the new bit of information that we have is this one. It says, fasten your seatbelts. It says Jorge Mendes is acting as the intermediary to bring Viktor Gyökeres to Arsenal. The deal, according to sources, is close to being completed after negotiations advanced rapidly in recent days. And it is expected that there will be news by the end of the month. The end of the month, guys, is in 8 days. 8 days. We are being told that it is done. Arsenal have rapidly made something happen with Viktor Gyökeres. Jorge Mendes, Ronaldo's agent, the agent of all of the brand envelope agents, yeah? The master agent of all the brand envelope agents is taking control of this Viktor Gyökeres deal because he wants some Raul Sanelli cut out of it. Oh, yes. Edu had to turn to the dirty dons to get this one done. We had to. We got no choice. Am I disappointed? No, I'm not disappointed because Viktor Gyökeres is the guy that I want, cuz. But we've had to go down the brand envelope route to get this one done. Jorge Mendes is taking control of the deal. He is telling Portugal, shut your mouth. Not Portugal, Sporting Lisbon, sorry. Shut your mouth. This don is going to Arsenal. And we're taking big brand envelopes because of it, all right? Sporting Lisbon have no choice. This is what I was saying to you guys a few weeks ago as well, or maybe like 2 months ago. You remember when I was telling you that Sporting have no choice, man? You see, the type of football club they are, bro, they probably generate the most money in their league anyway. Them and Porto probably generate the most money in their league anyway, yeah? They're not going to be sitting there trying to do some dickhead thing for 120 million euros. No, no, no. When big money on the table like that happens, yeah, these men are going to bite the hand. This is the reason why I said to you about 80 million, 70 million, I think I said. 70 to about 80 million would be enough to get Viktor Gyökeres done. Sporting will bite the hand. They only paid 20 million for him, bro. They're not going to really sit there and say, no, we're going to hold you hostage for 120. No, they're not going to do that. Especially when they've just signed the guy from English football. And you never know. There could have been some sort of conversation that was had back then to suggest that, you know, Arsenal were the team that wanted to get Gyökeres done, but because of our FFP situation, and our signing of David Raya, there was no way to kind of maneuver the deal over the line. So, you know, he decided to go to Sporting Lisbon, and that was kind of like a pit stop for him. You know, like a little pit stop. I'm only here for a minute, and then I'm fucking off again. And they all knew it. That was a part of the agenda. But at the same time, Sporting Lisbon, though, they're going to eat money. They're going to eat money. But now we've got Jorge Mendes coming in. one of the most powerfulest men in Portugal. This one of Portugal's most powerfulest agent is stepping in, and he is telling Sporting Lisbon, shut your mouth. I'm taking Viktor Gyökeres to Arsenal, yeah? And we're doing up brand envelopes. We're doing up brand envelopes, ladies and gentlemen. It is happening. We have been close to doing business with this guy so many times before. Thomas Lamar. There were so many players in the past that we've, potentially, we were going to do business with, but for whatever reason, Arsene Wenger didn't want to do it. You remember Arsene Wenger? You see Jorge Mendes? He was the sole reason why Arsene Wenger used to call out dirty agents. Remember, so Arsene Wenger was calling out dirty agents from ages ago, from like 2012. 2012, he was calling out dirty agents. Oh, Arsene Wenger, why can't you sign this player? Well, how do you expect us to sign this player when the agent wants X, Y, and Z? Crazy. How can you expect to sign this player when this player is owned by 3 different type of companies? What the hell is going on here? And all 3 of these companies want some crazy amount of money. What the fuck's going on here? Like, there's some, bro. Arsene Wenger was calling out these agents, and Jorge Mendes was the agent that Arsene Wenger was calling out many, many years ago, bro. As well as Raul Sinelli as well. Raul Sinelli's another one. Arsene Wenger called out Raul Sinelli years ago. I need another coffee, man. My coffee's finished. Brand envelopes means big business. 110%, guys. Big business. Big business. Biz that, biz this. Biz that, biz this. Big business. Wax, you did say we hope to get back in for Gyokeres, and here we are, Black Duffel Bag Gang. Hey, listen. It's mad. There's a bit of a contradiction that we're happy to accept brand envelopes at Arsenal, but we're calling out Man City and Pep Guardiola for the brand envelopes that they've been dishing out for the Premier League and all the fucking things that they've won over the years. The players, the referees. It's crazy. It's crazy. Rayo should have never have worked at Arsenal. Yep, that's who inspired Edu. That's who inspired Edu, mate. I tell ya. that Marquinhos still had Raul Sinelli written all over it. All over it. Anyway, what's being said here by the rest of these fraudulent dons online about Jorge Mendes? Let's see if there's any news. Liverpool Arsenal on alert with Jorge Mendes confident of securing. Oh, that's 2023. Oh, that's old. All right, we're not going to look at that. But yeah, that's what it said anyway, ladies and gentlemen. Jorge Mendes is acting as the intermediary to bring Viktor Gyökeres to Arsenal. The deal, according to sources, is close to being completed after negotiations advanced rapidly in recent days. And it is expected that there will be news by the end of the month. Man, this is brilliant news for Arsenal Football Club. This is brilliant news for Arsenal fans. And you know what? I have to be honest. I think I do believe this. I know this is wild. It's only come out over the past couple of days, and people are like, rah, Fabrizio hasn't said anything about it. David hasn't said anything about it. What the hell's going on? Ben Jacobs hasn't said anything about it. None of these dons have said anything about it. So what's going on? But something tells me that there's some truth here. Something tells me there is some truth here. And one of the reasons for that as well, because I think Arsenal have seen the reaction that we've had for Viktor Gyökeres. They know that every single Arsenal fan want Viktor Gyökeres. There's some that want Isak, but I'm telling you now, the majority of Arsenal fans want Viktor Gyökeres. Majority of us. Yeah? They know this. They understand the general consensus. So on that basis, if they want to continue with the project, they want the project to keep banging. Not only do you sign a player like Viktor Gyökeres for our football because he's tailored, but you give the fans what they want. You give the fans what they want, bro. Why? Because that keeps every single one of us financially invested. Okay? And that's exactly what Arsenal need. If Mikel Arteta wants all the backing, all the support, if Mikel Arteta wants to feel confident going into the season, that every single fan and everyone's going to be behind this team for the whole 38-game period, yeah, then it would only make sense for their man to say, you know what, Gyökeres, go and get it done. Go and get Gyökeres done because everybody wants it. And this is the only way we can guarantee that these fans stay on side. So that's the reason why I could believe this. Eddie, please don't mess this up. Darth Vader says there's over 250 people locked in, only 70 likes on the video, and we need more likes. We need more likes, ladies and gentlemen. Hit that like button. I know everyone's gassed for Gyökeres, so hit that like button. Gyökeres to Arsenal looks like it's happening, man. It looks like it's happening. Sign this baller, says Josh. Absolutely. Agents like Mendes defo means someone getting paid under the table with unregistered money. Exactly. This is when they bring in those third-party companies that literally like one of the journalists said about Man City and the sponsorship companies that they've been using. You know, you've just got a company named Jorge Mendes Inc. or Jorge Mendes Ltd. And the company is just dormant. The company doesn't do anything. It's inactive. On Company's House, it says active, but literally in real life, it does fuck all, cuz. It's got no staff, no employees, no nothing. Yeah? It doesn't even have an operation. It's just called Jorge Mendes Ltd. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this company as the company to do to broker the deal with both of these clubs. This is the intermediate company. It's my company. Yeah, we're gonna fucking take bare brown envelopes through this motherfucker, and that's exactly how these guys are working it. The same with Man City, the sponsorship deals that they're getting. You know, the investigator, the whistleblower believes that Man City have been using companies, inactive companies, for multi-million-pound sponsorships. You know what? Who done that? You know what? This is one. You know who done that? I'll tell you who done that. Vinay also done that. Do you know that? Do you know that, ladies and gentlemen? If you do your research and you do your digging, you'll find that Vinay at Arsenal Football Club done a dodgy deal just like that one and had to pull out. He actually signed a deal with some Chinese company or some Asian company. I don't want to just say it's a Chinese thing. It could be anyone in Asia at this point. But he signed a deal with some Asian company who were basically a fraudulent company doing some sort of money laundering or some shit. And yeah, we basically signed a commercial deal with them under Vinay. I wonder why Vinay got chopped and sacked. Because that was only about a year ago. That was about a year and a half ago. And then now Vinay's leaving. And we've got Richard Garlick, the new CEO, man. Put the dots together. Put the dots together. These men are so incompetent, they don't have a clue. Look, Darth remembers that. Come on, at least someone remembers it. So I know I'm not waffling and making that shit up, bruv. This guy tried to do a dodgy deal with some Asian company. I can't believe it. Oh, man. Vinay. Vinay. Oh, that's probably why he got sacked, man. I swear to you, man. You know, Stein Kroenke, they're straight and narrow. They're straight and narrow. These men don't want to do those left turns. They're not trying to do left turns. It's Edu that does the brown envelopes. You have to bear in mind, with our operation, the owners, they don't really have, it's not to say they don't have a say. If they wanted all the say, they will have the say. But they trust that the people that's driving the bus, the people that they've employed, they're running the operation the way the operation needs to be run. So if that's the case, you ain't going to have an owner breathing down your neck. So as Edu can take brown envelopes all fucking day. I really dislike Vinay. You could tell he didn't even like footy. Exactly. He was a T-boy. He was the Joey that you were sent to the shop. Do you know what I mean? He was the apprentice. He was the apprentice trying to work his way up, man. And well done to him. Well done to him, because he worked his way up. He got employed in 2009. So he's been there for a very long time. 2009, you know, Vinay has been at Arsenal for. And he came in as what did he come in as? What was his first job? He's had multiple titles at Arsenal. He's had multiple titles. He's had about 4 or 5 different titles. I can't remember what the first one was, but I know he's been a part of the commercial world for quite some time. Doesn't have a clue about football. He doesn't have a clue about football. Doesn't have a clue. Tell him to name you 5 Arsenal legends. He probably couldn't even do that for you. Look, I'm here picking up my coffee like there's coffee in there. I've got no coffee in there, bro. Yeah, man. Vinay is a proper fraud, proper scumbag fraud, man. Proper. I don't know I really don't know what Ivan Gazidis was thinking when he decided to choose Vinay as the new CEO. because it was him. It was him. It wasn't Stan Kroenke or Josh. They left it to Ivan Gazidis. He must have saw something in Vinay, but bro, I don't know why you've employed him. And then what Vinay has done is Vinay has got promoted as the CEO, and then decided that he's going to let Raul Sanelli hold the keys to the castle. He said, "Yeah, don't worry, Raul. You've got all that Barcelona experience. I'm just a stupid, naive, don't know nothing about football CEO at one of the biggest clubs in the world. So what I'll do is I'll sit back and let you call the shots, Raul. Yeah, go on. Don't worry, we'll give you the head of football title. Yeah, we'll give you the head of football title. You have that. You have that. Yeah, you have that." He done that, sat back and allowed Raul come in and took bare brown envelopes and dashed. He took bare brown envelopes and dashed. Whose fault was that? You might as well say that was on Raul Sanelli. I mean, that was on Vinay. Sorry, on Vinay Venkanshan, whatever his fucking name is. Pardon my language. Guy come in and finesse the thing, you know. The only good thing we can say that Raul gave us was William Saliba. It's the only good thing. What else can we say? He didn't give us Martinelli. Martinelli was he might have given us Martinelli. He might have given us Martinelli. But the only good thing we can actually say that Raul Sanelli gave us, that Raul Sanelli went and got done, that was a part of the Raul Sanelli project, was William Saliba. Everyone else that come through on that project flopped. Everyone. There's no one else that's been successful. You know, I wouldn't even put Martinelli in that project. I'm gonna put Martinelli in the Sven Mislintat project. So I'm gonna put him in the Sven Mislintat project. So remember, people have to understand the projects that have been run since Arsene Wenger's left up until now. There's been various different projects, various different people calling the shots for these projects. Various different people. Edu and Arteta are the people that do it now, but we've had Raul, Sven Mislintat and Arsene Wenger, Sven Mislintat, Arsene Wenger and Ivan Gazidis, but then it would have been Sven Mislintat and Raul. But the project that Arsenal would have instantly done where Martinelli was signed, that would have been a project that was more or less a segue from what Arsene Wenger was already doing. So you can kind of assume, that players like Leno, players like Guendouzi, players like Martinelli, they were already being looked at, or there was conversations already being had about those players before Raul Sanelli become officially the head of football. Do you understand? So, yeah, the only person you can say he's brought us was William Saliba. Everything else that come through Raul Sanelli, including Cedric Suarez and Pablo Mari, because he was here to oversee those transfers as well. Brown envelopes, mate. Brown envelopes. Brown envelopes, mate. How do you become a pimp? Just reach out to some things that are on it and pimp. No, I'm joking. I don't know. You're asking the wrong guy, bro. You're asking such a silly question to me. I really don't know. Saliba and Marcelli were already on Wenger radar. I don't even credit these frauds with these two. They was the last two gifts from Wenger. I mean, you've got a point as well, even with Saliba. Because we do know that the scout that signed, or the scout that scouted Antonio Reyes, Fabregas, he scouted William Saliba. He also scouted Gabriel Martinelli. But, you know, Raul was here to oversee the William Saliba, the William Saliba deal. So I do give it to Raul Sanelli to do that. But Martinelli was signed before the promotion to head of football. Raul Sanelli was in and around Arsenal for a hot minute because he was being introduced to the football club. Like, he was around, walking around with Ivan Gazidis. Remember that? When Ivan Gazidis and Raul Sanelli were just linking up. Do you remember that link up? Raul Sanelli, Ivan Gazidis. At that time, Raul Sanelli wasn't the head of football. He wasn't the head of football. I don't know what role he would have had. I think that was just like an introduction. Got sacked from Barcelona because you were doing brown envelopes. Got sacked from Barcelona. Go and read why Raul Sanelli got sacked from Barcelona, and then you would think, why the hell did Arsenal then go and employ you and then give you the role of head of football? Crazy. He got sacked for brown envelopes. He got sacked because he was signing Dembele and all these dons for big money. And then they're looking at numbers at Barcelona, and they're like, bro, this, and this is going left. Where's it going? It's going left. It's going to these third-party companies. Who the fuck are these third-party companies taking brown envelopes? And that's why Raul Sanelli got sacked, buddy. He had to go. And then Arsenal went and employed him and made him head of football. And the moment he knew that there was no one calling the shots at Arsenal other than him, he's got no Arsene Wenger here. He's got no Ivan Gazidis here. He's like, what the fuck? I can get away with murder. He said, what? I'm breaking transfer records. I'm going to break a transfer record with a championship level player. Oh, Raul Sanelli was a crook. Man, he is a crook, cuz. Oh, man. Sven Mislintat, man. He had the diamond eye. Oh, 100%. And why did Sven Mislintat leave? Why did Sven Mislintat leave, ladies and gentlemen? These are things. This is how you connect the dots. Sven Mislintat left because he said that Raul Sanelli was not signing any of the players that he was recommending. So he's more or less saying Raul Sanelli didn't give a fuck about the project that he was running before Raul Sanelli was here. It was Raul Sanelli's way or it's the highway. And Sven Mislintat decided to choose the highway. He chose the highway. He got the fuck out of there. There's no coincidence after 3-4 months of Arsene Wenger leaving, Sven Mislintat left as well. And he didn't even make it a year. Sven Mislintat signed for Arsenal, not even a year. Sven Mislintat's the reason why we got Aubameyang. He brought Aubameyang with him. He signed for Arsenal as the chief scout. And within a space of a month, he brought Aubameyang to the football club and brought Mkhitaryan to the football club. That was all Sven Mislintat, man. That was Sven Mislintat's thinking. Do you know what I mean? And I think, to a degree, he had it right, because Aubameyang was a goal scoring machine, and if we would have consistently played Mkhitaryan, especially to the best of his ability, playing him in the right position, him and Ozil would have been cooking goals galore for Aubameyang, and Lacazette to score. But it's about bringing in the right manager with the right style, the right philosophy, and that's exactly what we didn't do. Why? Because Raul Sanelli had an agenda. Raul Sanelli's agenda was to take brown envelopes. So what he done was he brought Unai Emery in because he knew Unai Emery was going to be a yes man and wasn't going to question anything that was going to take place throughout that period of time. He wasn't going to question it. Unai Emery was to sit there. Unai Emery was to sit there and be an Erik ten Hag at Manchester United. I think even Erik ten Hag has probably got more say at Manchester United than Unai Emery had under Raul Sanelli. But that was the play. That was the agenda. That is exactly what Raul Sanelli had in mind. He probably sat down with Unai Emery before that and let him know what the crack was. Let him know that, listen, not even let him know what the crack was, but literally tell him that when you come to Arsenal, the project is this. And the reason why I have to give you this proposal and help you understand that the project is this is because I've got my agenda. I want to take brown envelopes. I'm not going to say to Unai Emery, yes, I'm doing this because I want to take mad commissions for myself. That's why I'm doing. No. It's my place, my plan. And Unai Emery was like, okay, yes, sir. This is another reason why I reckon Unai Emery was fired. Unai Emery wasn't fired because of results. Come on, logic. Look at what Mikel Arteta has done with Arsenal, yeah? Look at the process that we had to go through under Mikel Arteta. Unai Emery never had us that bad. He never had us that bad. Let's be real. So I honestly don't believe that Unai Emery was sacked because of results. I don't think Unai Emery was sacked by the owners. I don't think KSE come along and said, Unai Emery, sorry, my friend, but we're sacking you. No. What happened is finances at Arsenal were being scrutinized by the owners. Numbers were being looked at. Yeah, we're putting financial lenses on. Yeah, remember, this is a first-time project with inexperienced people running it. We've got no Ivan Gazidis anymore. We've got no Arsene Wenger anymore. So, taking over the club, full ownership, we have to put different lenses on. We have to take the old lenses off and we have to put new lenses on. Those new lenses started looking at finances. They started looking at finances. Now, the only person in this fucking football club that would have known that Raul was probably taking brown envelopes because these players that I'm asking for are not the players that I'm getting. This guy's finessing me. Would have been Unai Emery. Unai Emery would have known. Maybe he wouldn't have known that brand envelopes were taking place, but he definitely would have said, actually, this is not what I've been asking for. These were not what I expected. But remember, Raul Sanelli never got Unai Emery never got the chance to speak to Josh. He never got the chance to speak to Stan. He never got that chance. You really think Unai Emery ever got the chance to sit down with KSE? He never sat down with KSE, not once. He was taking orders from Raul Sanelli. Raul Sanelli was taking orders from the owners. But as far as the owners are aware, Raul Sanelli is a well-decorated guy. He's been brought in to do a job. So we're going to let him do a job. But it doesn't mean we're not going to have these lenses on him. They looked at the finances, cut a long story short. They looked at the finances. They looked at the finances even more when we went into lockdown. They brought in Tim Lewis, who's now a director of Arsenal. There's no coincidence why he's a director. Why? Because he's the one that investigated the Raul Sanelli transfer cases. And guess what? Come to a conclusion. That conclusion led to Raul Sanelli being fired. Okay? So you put all the dots together. Do you really think Unai Emery was fired because Josh and them man were unhappy? When Josh and them man have proven to us under Mikel Arteta that they're all about a project. They're all about doing 4, 5, 6, 7-year projects. No. It doesn't make any sense, does it? It doesn't sit right, does it? So clearly there's only one common denominator here. The common denominator was fucking Raul Sanelli and the brand envelopes that he was taking. You know? Educational sessions for the people that don't know what's going on here at Arsenal Football Club. Raul Sanelli. Wax, don't forget to say allegedly, man is not looking to get sued. Tell him to come and sue me, blood. If you don't give a fuck about these dons, tell him to come and send me the letter. I'm waiting for him, bruv. Sue me. Sue moi. You're gonna sue moi. It'll get dark for these people, blood. It'll get dark, really dark. Start seeing stormy weather. Start seeing some strange clouds. They don't want to come sue me, I tell you. And Emery never had a fair shake. Look at what he's doing at Villa. Exactly. When you've got real people, real guys calling shots. This is how you know as well that Raul Sanelli was a scandal. When you've got real guys calling shots, working directly with you to give you what you need to do your job, so you can actually, for the best interest of the football club, then you'll get results that Unai Emery is getting right now. That's the result. The result that we got was cooking books, dodgy dealings, fraudulent activity, an agenda to fuck over Arsenal. That's what we got. An agenda to fuck Arsenal straight in its arse. Yeah? No Diddy. But Raul Sanelli was doing up Diddy. He was doing up Diddy stuff. Yeah? Absolutely disgusting. And that's why I've always kind of been fair on Emery. Yeah, I can say that I wasn't a big Emery fan. I didn't really like the football that he was deploying. I called him out. I was probably Emery out a lot of the time. But me, I'm a fair one. I like being fair. Okay? And I've been fair with Unai Emery. Hence why I've been in Unai Emery's corner when it comes to this comparison of Arteta and the project, the process, everything that comes with that. I've been in Unai Emery's corner defending him, even though I wasn't a fucking fan of Unai Emery. Anyway, let me read some more comments. You can make the argument though that Villa is the perfect club for Emery. Tell him to go Man United, Chelsea, etc. It is a different beast. No, you can't say that, bro. Football club's a football club. It just depends on who's fucking calling the shots at your club. Why do people think that there's any difference? Stop. There is no difference, bro. There is no difference. Why do you think Chelsea and Manchester United will be any different? Why do you think Arsenal will be any different? No, it's about how the project's being put together. It's about the people that are driving the project. It's about people that are calling the shots at their football club. Even what's his name? Sir Jim Radcliffe. He was asked the other day, why did you re-sign Ten Hag to a new deal? He said Ten Hag's a good coach. He said, listen, we can't blame any failure on Ten Hag. Why do we not blame any failure on Ten Hag? Because over the past couple of years at Manchester United, every single manager that's come through the door has been unsuccessful. Other than Jose Mourinho, had his little moment. But they've been unsuccessful. Now, the reason they've been unsuccessful is because of why? of why. One thing, and Sir Jim Ratcliffe actually said it himself. That thing is, it's because of the way the football club's been run. The football club isn't being run the way it should be run, hence why every single manager is failing. No matter who the manager is, they're going to fail until the football club is being run the right way. Now, under Unai Emery, the football club was not being run the right way, my guy, so there was no way Unai Emery was going to be able to be successful. Aston Villa is being run well, bro. It's being run well. It doesn't matter about, oh, if this was Chelsea, if this was Man United, it'll be a different story. No, bro. You got it wrong. That's delusion. That's fucking delusion, bro. Aston Villa's a well-run club because they've got a strategy, they've got a plan, and they're sticking by that. They're sticking with that, and they're dealing with it. You know what I mean? That's what they're doing. They brought in a sporting director who is one of the best sporting directors in the game, and he's proven it. He went out there and got Moussa Diaby. He went out there and got, oh, come on, bro. He went out there and got Dons. He went out there and got Par Torres. Went out there and got real Dons for Aston Villa, and in his fucking first season, they come fourth. No. It's about being run correctly, my guy. Run correctly. No way, man. Speaking facts, Waxy. Big up 00 Slice. Good to see you in the building, my guy. It just me. Trust me, man. Every interviewer was taking a piss out of Emery. Exactly. And they still do it. Don't really do it anymore. But you see that those clips, good evening, they still do the rounds till this day. They still do the rounds. It's crazy. I know. Tell him again, Naga. Tell him again, bro. Tell him again. Got bare sheep in the building. You can't be a sheep, man. You got to be a leader, bro. You know what I mean? Anyway, Emery was at war with Ozil, bro. He didn't give him the reins. He was trying to make away player power. That's why they down tools on him. Europa Cup final told you everything. You've got a point, man. You got a point. Like, I totally agree with that. In the first season of Unai Emery, for you to not actually want to build your team around the main man made everybody feel some type of way about you. Facts. And I think it got worse and worse. It got worse and worse for just for Arsenal in general with that Mesut Ozil situation, because you have to be real. No matter who online felt some type of way about Mesut. Oh, I don't like him. Listen, Mesut was a genius. We know what Mesut was, right? He was a fucking living legend in this football team, right? However, you not managing Mesut Ozil and not doing right for Mesut, by Mesut, for the simple fact that you've given him 350k, you've made him the star man. Clearly, you need to build your team around him. By you not doing that, and then by you not managing the situation correctly, literally affected everything. That was detrimental to everything, bro. And that's another reason why the players definitely down tool, just like Darth says there. They are 100% down tools because of what Emery was doing to Mesut. You can't do that to Mesut, regardless if you don't like Mesut, regardless if you feel that this guy isn't got the work ethic for your system, regardless of all of that, you can't do what you've done to that player. He was the star man. That is, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense, bro. It doesn't make any sense. Do you know what I mean? But it is what it is. They've done whatever they've done. I wanted Ozil gone, even at the late Wenger days, to be honest. Well, fair, man. Fair. Like, I mean, at that time, I think a lot of people would have been frustrated with everything that came with Arsenal at that moment in time. If you would have seen Ozil playing with a better quality team, I don't think anyone would have seen Ozil leave or want to leave, because Ozil would have always been cooking. But I think a lot of our anger and a lot of our frustration wasn't Ozil. I think it was everything that come with Arsenal at that time, the whole collective of Arsenal. You're talking about the football, the players, the manager, the fact that we're just falling off, capitulating, the stadium, like everything, the fans. Like, I think everything was such a shit show that you were just happy to just rip up every single player. Everyone was happy to go, but each to their own, man. Each to their own. Yeah, he's wham now. He's wham now. Ozil was mad hench. Mad hench. Mesut Ozil was a generational talent. Absolutely, man. You will never find a Mesut. Big up Brian. He says, wax speaking facts, mad facts. Yes, come on, Brian. Big you up, my guy. Emre has bent Arteta over the table repeatedly since we appointed him. It's personal. Exactly. This is what I'm saying. You know, when you want to call out Unai Emery is proven. That's another reason you can say that Unai Emery was never a bad manager, or it was never a problem at Arsenal. It was always Arsenal. That was the problem. That needed to sort itself out for any manager to be able to be successful. And we've seen that now that Arsenal have sorted itself out. We're kind of seeing a better version of Mikel Arteta. We're seeing a better version of Arsenal. We're competing. We're finishing second back to back. So that's Arsenal as a football club, cultural wise, sorting itself out. If they would have done that under Unai Emery, I reckon Unai Emery would have taken us over the line maybe twice or three times by now. Could have won us a FA Cup, 2 FA Cups, and a Premier League. Do you know what I mean? Maybe Europa League. He could have won us the Europa League by now. The same Europa League he won with Villarreal. I mean, he's won the Europa League with Villarreal. He broke into the top 4 in his first season in the Premier League at Aston Villa. The guy's outdone. The guy's done things that people made excuses as to why Arteta couldn't do them at a team like Arsenal, and he's done them with fucking smaller teams. And that again is evidence and proof to suggest that that Unai Emery was always the better manager, the more equipped manager to do the job for Arsenal. But the problem was Arsenal was the problem, not Unai Emery. Arsenal. So anyway, man. Give you guys the facts, man. Open you guys up for some real facts. You know what I mean? Is Gunnosaurus still there? I'm sure he is, man. The guy that plays Gunnosaurus isn't, though. They kept the costume, but they're changing the person that's been employed. And the person that originally played Gunnosaurus, he was employed by Arsenal in 1992. So he played Gunnosaurus since 1992 all the way up until he got made redundant in 2020. He was at the club longer than Arsene Wenger, bruv. He was at the club longer than anyone. He's been at the club longer than anyone. The guy that actually wears the costume. But what they decided to do was sack him. So he's been made redundant, but they've kept Gunnosaurus because they're using different employees to wear the costume. So every time you see Gunnosaurus, just know it ain't the same guy anymore. It's a different Don. Might even be a girl. You could be a girl in a costume. We don't even know. Could be a girl in a costume. Don't even know. You know them way there. How dare they replace Gunnosaurus with Win the dog? They've got both. They've got both. Now, Gunnosaurus is still there. Gunnosaurus is a legendary. You can't get rid of that. You can't get rid of Gunnosaurus. They realized, and that's how you know the owners were new. You know when the owners were new and they decided to do whatever they done with Gunnosaurus, and Ozil stepped up and said, hold on, I'll pay Gunnosaurus. Don't worry, Arsenal. I'll pay Gunnosaurus. I think at the time, Stan Kroenke and the owners in general, they didn't realize the sentiment of Gunnosaurus, what that meant to Arsenal, how legendary that was, and how legendary that dinosaur is. Or maybe they did. Maybe they were just going to be ruthless, but then they saw the backlash and it was like, oops. And this is another reason why, again, I believe that Arsenal might be signing Viktor Gyökeres, because they know Viktor Gyökeres is a player that everybody at Arsenal wants. Everybody at Arsenal wants Viktor Gyökeres. So how do I keep everybody on side? How do I keep everybody financially invested? We'll go and sign Viktor Gyökeres, because we know there's going to be no backlash. No one's going to call us out. No one's going to say X, Y, and Z if we sign Viktor Gyökeres. Because why? We're giving the fans what they want. And that's the reason why I think we can trust them. Someone raid sad. Who's sad? Sad raid. Man's been raided. Big up the guys that are sending us redirects. What, man are trying to redirect the gang? Okay. Sad's football corner. Big you up, my guy. Nothing but love and respect to you, my broski. Did you send us a redirect? Yeah, much appreciate that. Come on. Likes and subscribe, bro. Sad Raiders moving in Love Arsenal, hate the ops. Big you up, man. Much appreciate you. Much appreciate you guys. Wax, I don't think we're signing anyone until we sell somebody. This is what I was saying to you yesterday. I've been saying it for weeks. I've been saying it for months. If you look at the figures, if you look at the amount of money that's gone into this project, it doesn't make any sense for there to be money available. Not money like what AFTV and all these dons are saying, you know, 200 million war chest. I'm like, yeah, you man are clueless, bruv. Delusional. 200 million war chest. From where? From where? We need player sales. ASAP. Sad is a good Ute Wax. Yeah, you know, I'll check him out. Never heard of him before, but much appreciate you, my guy. I'll definitely check your channel out and subscribe. Much appreciate that. Doesn't Gyökeres have a knee injury, or doesn't it worry you? Nah, I'm not too worried. He's got a knee injury now. When we looked at his injury record a little while ago, I did see that he had rarely been injured in his career. He's rarely been injured, so I'm not overly concerned. But then saying that, you come to Arsenal and it's injury galore at Arsenal, isn't it? Mikel Arteta in his intense training sessions. No update on Ramsdale. No, nothing yet on Ramsdale. No update on any exits, ladies and gentlemen. Let me just quickly switch over to Twitter. See if there's anything being published by anyone like Fabrizio Romano or David Weinstein or anyone like that. I'm going to be done in about 5 minutes. My food's done anyway. My lovely brunch has got a bit of egg left. It's cold though. I'm not going to be eating that. But I've got all my avocado and my salmon. Love avocado and salmon. All right, what are we looking at? So the Sun are basically publishing this. This has been published 13 minutes ago. Arsenal have entered into talks with Athletic Bilbao winger Nico Williams over a transfer, 47 million release clause, playing a star role for Spain during this current Euros. Look, I don't think Arsenal got into talks with anyone. I think this is a straight clickbait. The player's focused on Euros. I don't know how anyone's going to speak to him at the moment. But maybe, man, there could be something here, ladies and gentlemen. There could be something here. Van Nistelrooy has been approached to be a part of Erik ten Hag's new staff at Manchester United. Van Nistelrooy is also a strong candidate to be the new manager of Burnley as well. What's going on here? Misbehaving fans are shown no mercy in America. Oh, wow. Oh, look at actually slap. Oh! Don't ever hit me. Oh, I didn't even see. Hey, gotta put this on the screen, boy. Gotta put this on the screen. This woman got clapped. I don't condone hitting women at all, but this woman got clapped, bruv. Listen, watch this. Bro, shut your mouth. Hey, that was a massive shot your mouth, yeah? Do you think you're hitting, bro? Who the hell do you think you're hitting? What else is there? Breaking. Chelsea are now trying to sign Nico Williams, according to Eurofoot.com. They published this 53 minutes ago, to be precise. 53 minutes ago, Nico Williams, talk of the town he is, isn't he? Everyone wants Nico. What else we got here? Arsenal have agreed a fee of 75 million for Sporting striker, Sporting hitman, Viktor Gyökeres. Yeah. I'm not too sure how true this is, but again, we're just looking at waffle that's online right now. Big up all the real ones in the building. Make sure you are subscribing. Big up all the real ones. So this guy's basically saying we're on the verge of signing. We've agreed a fee, £75 million for Sporting hitman Viktor Gyokeres, according to reports coming out of Portugal today. This was published literally 25 minutes ago. So, we're getting closer. You remember, Viktor Gyokeres isn't at Euros. Sweden didn't qualify, did they? Sweden didn't qualify. Oh, Sweden. So he is open to talk now. Get deals done. We can get him done whilst the Euros is taking place. Like, we don't need you to We don't need to be allowing the Euros to prevent us from getting this deal done right now. We can get this deal done. He's no longer there. He's not there. Sweden are not in the race. Are not in the race. They're not in the competition. Sorry. What else is going on? What else is going on here? What else is going on here? Amari Kellerman to Chelsea, done deal according to Fabrizio Romano, £19 million. You know, how did Aston Villa finesse this one? Aston Villa, this is what we're talking about. This is what you talk about a project. We were saying this earlier. What did we say earlier? Chelsea have just paid Aston Villa £19 million for Amari Kellerman. Tell me who he is, guys. Can anyone in the chat comment down below and let me know who Amari Kellerman is? No one. You're probably thinking Amari Hutchinson. You sure it's not Amari Hutchinson? No. Aston Villa have just made £19 million off one of their young players called Amari Kellerman. Okay. All right. All right, guys. We're coming to an end. We're coming right to an end. We've been here waffling for nearly 2 hours. All right. Nearly 2 hours. So we are bringing this to an end. Let me just quickly scan. Let me quickly scan to see if there's anything else. Arsenal prepare a formal offer for 23-year-old Feyenoord and Netherlands defender Gyökeres. I've actually seen this guy on Football Manager. His attributes do look good, but I don't know what he's like in real life. I do not know what he's like in real life, but Arsenal are in conversations with this guy right now, according to Football Fijarches. Those guys that cannot be trusted whatsoever. They cannot be trusted. But there's a lot of news going around like right now this afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of news. 1 minute ago, Arsenal remain interested in Joshua Kimmich. That's been published by Pletty Goal. Pletty Goal has just said that Arsenal still hold a strong interest in Kimmich, who we spoke about earlier today. Journalist Ken Lawrence said that Arsenal can bring in Amadou Onana for only 30 million because Everton needs to urgently resolve financial issues before June the 30th. That is literally in 7 days' time. 7 days. So, again, journalist Ken Lawrence believes Arsenal can bring in Amadou Onana for as little as £30 million. Another person that is at, obviously, Euros as well. It's going to be interesting to see if we can get that done whilst the Euros is taking place or if it's going to be after the Euros. Connor Hum says Nico Williams is a player that is really liked by Arsenal and is the only name he has heard with any kind of substance floating around. So he's basically saying that Nico Williams is the only person that seems compelling to believe Arsenal are in for. Aston Villa have signed Lewis Dobbin from Everton. He's a good young English player. I'm not too sure what the figure is, but Aston Villa have confirmed it. João Palhinha is on the verge of moving to Bayern Munich. He has said, though, they won't let me speak. I would like to say something. Oh, this is mad. So Palhinha has agreed on a 5-year deal with Bayern Munich and wants Fulham to let him leave after the deal collapsed last summer. Fulham aren't trying to let him leave. And that's about it, ladies and gentlemen. Big up all the real ones in the building. We appreciate every single one of you. Hit up the like button. Do subscribe to the channel if we are new. Turn the notification bells on. I'm going to run through 5 comments. I'm going to give you guys 5 comments quickly. So if you've got a comment that you really want me to read, hit me with a super chat or just spam the comment section. Just give me 1 second. I'm just gonna put my plate away. But get those comments in, ladies and gentlemen. Get those blood clot comments in. Get those blood clot comments in. Get those comments in. All right. What we got going on? What we got going on? Big up Sir Radar. Good to see you in the chat, Sir Radar. Hope you are well. Hope you are very, very well. Absolutely. Where are we? Wax, sorry, I've been away. I did my musical for the Drifters. Hope you're good anyway, bro. Listen, I hope the musical went well, man. I hope the musical went well. Big up Alex, man. I hope that went well for you, my broski. 30 million and £1, I heard. For Nana. Chelsea and Villa swapping players at inflated prices to avoid PSR. Hey, listen, they got to do what they got to do to try and get over the line. They got to balance those books somehow, boy. Brown envelope gang settings. It's just pure brown envelopes, man. Pure. Loads of brown envelopes. Pure brown envelopes. Chelsea be siding everyone. Who is Adirabio? Adirabio. No, he's a good player. He's a good player, man. English as well. Come from Fulham. He used to, I think he came through, whose academy did he came from? I think he come through Fulham's academy as it goes. He's a good player, man. He's a good player. Have we hit the 100 like mark? Yay, we've hit over 100 likes. Thank you, guys. Thank you. If you haven't hit the like button already, please do it now. Chelsea don't have the money. Chelsea are active, boy. They're putting money down on the table for so many different players. It's unbelievable. So many different dons. Yeah, that's the point I'm making, Wax. Man United and Sky on ski or Chelsea are a mess. Even Arsenal at the time, even the whole Ozil situation when Emre dropped him and had to bring him back for some reason. Yeah, but no manager would have managed that situation. No manager would have managed unless the owners would have said, "Don't worry, Unai. You fully got our back in. No matter what decisions you make, we're not going to scrutinize it. You're just going to just make the decision, and that decision is made." I mean, that's what they've done with Arteta. The difference is with Arteta is that when we decided to make those terminations, when we decided to make those terminations of the contract, we was in C19. We was in C19. So there was an extra bit of leeway for businesses to write off certain losses. You know what I mean? And you could write off those losses as C19. You know, there are complications that were created. There were problems that were created by C19. So therefore, we've had to take a loss for that. We've had to take a loss. Do you know what I mean? But then you can't do that. I don't think you can do that with player sales. Like, can you do that with player sales? Can you do that with player contracts? Oh, sorry. We've had to terminate this player's contracts because of. I mean, you could, I guess, because if you did it, if there was a massive loss of revenue due to C19, it means you can't afford to pay players. And on that basis, you write that off as I terminated this guy's contract because I can't afford to pay I couldn't afford to pay him because of C19. But that's what they've done. They had C19 that they took advantage of, and that's how they terminated so many contracts. And at this point, got away with it, you know? But now, because of that, you need to deliver on ROI, man. You need to give us some money. But that's going to be those decisions have been detrimental. They have been. People don't see them. They will soon see. I am very, very well, Sereda. Thank you. No Wax. Arsenal breached the C19 allowances and took advantage of that. If anyone looks into if Arsenal are done for, especially if Arsenal are done for, especially PR wise. Oh man, it's mad. It's a mad thing. It's a mad thing. Hit up the like button, you bunch of fraudsters. Absolutely. All right, guys. I'm gonna call it an afternoon. This is a lovely stream, nearly 2 hours on a Sunday. That's what we give you. That's what we give you. A lot of waffle. A lot of content, a lot of stories to actually talk about, man. Make sure we are hitting the like button, of course. Hit up the likes, hit up the likes, hit up the likes, all of that type of stuff. Yeah, man, so much content, so much to actually run through today. It was interesting. Brown envelope gang settings today. Man City, blackmailed, hacked. I mean, there's so much more. I want you guys. Where's Terry's video? I did promise I was going to put it in the chat for you guys. I want you to go and watch it after. Well, let me quickly get the video. So I'll close the window. I'm going to create more content now for the Wax Unfiltered channel. So make sure you guys go and subscribe to the Wax Unfiltered channel. Wax Unfiltered. Here's Terry. Here's Terry. I know a lot of people are interested in this Man City thing, yeah. Brown envelope gang. So take this video in. Yeah, we've got ladies and gents. Come on. We've got Serena Williams. Like, we've got ladies, man. We've got ladies that check us out, man. Got ladies that check us out, man. You know what I mean? Women that like football as well, you know. What, Mexico? Mexico won yesterday against Jamaica, 1-0. Sorry, guys, man. I don't invest time into international football, man. A game just started in it 25 minutes ago. I don't even know who's playing. I really don't know who's playing. But anyway, I put Terry's video in the chat. Did I put it in the chat? There it is. Yeah. So yeah, click on that link. Go and watch Terry's video. Interesting stuff on Manchester City and those scandals over there. And make sure you subscribe to his channel. Also subscribe to mine as well, and subscribe to the Wax Unfiltered channel. But that's literally it. Thank you ever so much. Big up all the real ones. I will give you shout outs before I leave. I know there's so many people leaving already, so unfortunately they're going to lose their shout outs. But big up Joe Musashi. Joe Musashi. We've got a few different Joes on the channel, so I have to bait out his second name. Big up my guy Naga. Big up Jason M. Big up Darth Vader. Big up 00 Slice. Big up Serena Williams. Big up Love Arsenal Hate the Ops. Big up my guy Alex. Big up Sereda. Big up, who else we got here? Pardon me. Who else we got here? Big up Ace 12. Big up Ace. Big up Vegas Gunner. Big up the H. Big up everyone. Big up everyone. I'll be here every day. I'll be here all day, every day doing this. So make sure you join us tomorrow. You get your shout outs, man. Big up all the real ones. Big up all the real ones. All right, guys. We are gone again. Make sure you subscribe. I look forward to seeing you in the morning. New week, new goals. Hopefully we'll have some new signings. But let's see what happens then. Peace out. Peace.